How's it going, guys? It's Nathan from Nathan's DIY World, and today I'm going to show you how to remove and reinstall a new bumper on your first gen CRV. Okay, so first of all, you're only going to need two different tools. In this case, I'm going to use an impact. You're going to need a 12mm socket, which it can be on impact. You can use a ratchet either way. Second of all, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. In this case, I'll use my little impact Phillips for my 1/4" drive impact. And we're going to go ahead and locate all the bolts. So on this thing, we know that the bolts, there is several different ones. There is one up here at the corner facing up, that is a Phillips screw. There is one at the other side over here and is facing up, that is also a Phillips screw. There's also I need to take the grill out. So to take the grill out, you're going to have one Phillips, 2, 3, 4. At that point in time, the grill should lift out, and what that's going to reveal are going to be more screws on top of the bumper that hold the top in. And next, we're going from under the car. From under the car, we're going to see a Phillips screw on the passenger side. We're going to also see a 12mm bolt right here, right there, if you didn't see it. Another one right here, another Phillips on the end over here. Okay, so we're going to start off by taking these screws out. Now I could already see the grill is already broken. So ordinarily I'd take these two screws out. We're not going to do it on this one. We're going to go and come in here and take this guy out and this guy out. And you're going to be able to see that this guy comes right out like that. We're going to set him up out of the way so don't get damaged any further. And then at this point in time, you can already see it has well, let me just pull you out of the stand here. It has this guy right here, which that's part of the grill that's broken, and it's gonna have these inner bolts. I don't remember how this one was. That's a headlight bolt, and this one actually is attached to the bumper. So I'll go ahead and take that out. Looks like that's a 10, and it has plastic snaps. Somebody's already had this bumper out. This snap's just hanging in there by a thread, and it should have 5 plastic snaps all stuck in these holes right here. However, this one doesn't have it. That's pretty common on any older vehicle, stuff that's been taken apart before. And this thing was slightly wrecked. You can see right here in the front, not bad, just has a little road rash on it. So we'll go ahead and pull this tin out, and we're going to go to the bottom of the car and pull the rest of the bolts out. Let me go ahead and back up on that last statement. You don't have to take this out. It looks like it's hooked up to that. That is only a headlight bolt, and that is free from there, as you can see right now. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It's probably been a good 5 or 6 years. So even I can't remember everything. We're going to go ahead and pull the Phillips screw out up here on both sides, and then we'll go to the bottom. Okay, so we pull the 4 bolts in the bottom, 2 screws and 2 nuts, 2 bolts. We're going to go ahead and pull the front cover off. And it depends on which model you have. You could have fog lights in the bottom of it. This one does not have that. You could have a dead bird. This one does have that. So you could also see in the corner here, there's going to be reflectors. We'll take those out. It's just a single screw in the middle with the bracket that holds that in. And any other clips or any other brackets. This one has a license plate bracket on the front of it. It wasn't being used. It's kind of, what the hell, got a 10 bolt going in from the front. But yeah, we'll go and switch all the stuff out and come back. Okay, so here's where we're at. Went ahead and fitted up these guys here, these reflectors. And this bumper's from Certifit, a company called Certifit, C-E-R-T-I-F-I-T. And I think it was $32 for the whole bumper. And you could order those offline or go to the store and pick one up. But they fit really good. We had some pretty good luck with them. Every once in a while, something's a little bit not right. But when you pay $32 for a bumper, you got to expect some of that. So, remember in the last one of these I did, I had to trim just a little bit around the edges to get this reflector to fit in correctly. Just used a razor knife. Didn't take but 2 minutes. Even a smaller amount on this side. And then we went and switched out the little license plate holder there. 2 screws in each one. And that holds on these guys in the front so you could actually bolt your license plate to it. That was a little bit crooked, but it is what it is. So at this point in time, we're ready to go and bolt it back on. You can see how dirty this thing is. It's been sitting in my barn for, man, I want to say 3 years. And I bought a couple of these before that and did a couple of them on some other ones I had. This one, my mom was driving, and you know, she drove it for 5 years to work. It's been a really good car. It's just gotten to the point to where it's gonna need back control arms. It's gonna need, you know, possibly some ball joints in the front. We've already done it all once. It has 250,000 miles on it. It's not too bad, but this is such a tippy car on the interstate and on the highway. And, you know, she does 25 miles to work each morning, each way. So 50 miles a day. And it's too dangerous. I mean, there's no traction control, there's no ride stability. If you jerk the wheel on the interstate on one of these, you're going over. You blow a tire, you're going over. And she's already spun it out on a snowy road. What was that, 2 years ago? Go around the corner, it spun out. It has no driver's aids. It's not even a real four-wheel drive. How these work, it's front-wheel drive. And once the front spins so much, which is quite a bit, the back picks up. But it's not even a posi traction rear end. Only one of them picks up. You know, she lives next door to me. We share the same driveway towards the end. We have a huge hill. This thing last year, it snowed, I don't know, 3 inches. It just wouldn't go out. It would not go out of this driveway. And I got in the Sequoia and just drove right out like it was nothing. So at that point in time, we got her to the BMW X5. My other channel's BMW stuff. We know we keep that going. We have parts here for that. So that's what the story is on these. They're good, you know, around town car. If you put a snow tire on it, yeah, maybe it'll go a little better. Anyway, enough of that crap. We're gonna go and bolt this thing back on, and you can see this crash bar has a little corner of it's crinkled just a little bit. I think it should be okay. This thing doesn't actually bolt to the crash bar. It should not make any difference. Okay guys, so here we got the bumper on. We put the 4 screws in the bottom. We haven't put the grill on yet. So the other bumper didn't fit real good. Unfortunately, neither does this one. This one fits exactly like the old one does. And I think what's going on is that crash bar is just layered metal. So it's real soft. And I think it might be shifted over just a very tiny bit, because the old bumper was exactly the same way. Had a big gap right there, and so does this one. So I don't know if this thing's worth messing with or not. Try to get that gap out. The rest of the car isn't perfect. Just got a dent on the side here on the back door. So I don't know. We might just leave it like it is. At least it's not all coved in up here on the front, and it's all nice and clean looking. So that's it guys. We're gonna go ahead and reinstall the grill, and that's all for the Honda CR-V first gen front bumper installation.